Hey everyone, this is Clarinet Gamer here, and I'm here with my second vlog for this week. Now, I've realised throughout time after the past couple of weeks, I don't think Sundays are really a good day to upload the vlogs, to be honest with you, because I really don't have enough time to record the vlogs on the weekend and everything, because I didn't really have much time to think about what I wanted to do for the second vlog. But after some time thinking about it, one of the series that I plan on doing after Spyro 2 is the New Game New Challenge, and I think it would be quite appropriate for the next few vlogs over the next few weeks to show off my gaming collection through each console. So I figured why not use this vlog for this week to show off the PS1 collection that I have. And looking to the right, looking to the left of me, should I say, it's quite a stack that I've got. So why not get started right away? So the first game I have, and these are all in alphabetical order, by the way. I've stacked these up in alphabetical order so I don't get confused. The first game I have is in the PS1 collection. I have is Ace Combat 2. It's a pretty good game. This one. I'd say it's quite a fun game. I'm only going to give brief thoughts on these before I move on to each one. So Ace Combat 2 is the first one I have. Pretty fun game. This one, I would say. And then moving on, we have Actual Golf 2. Now, I know that I played PGA Tour 2K21 on my Twitch channel recently and finished it off, and this one, I have to say, is quite good. I quite like this golf game, I have to say, even though it's an old one. Next one I have in the collection is Bloody Roar 1. Now, I will admit, Bloody Roar, I'm not the biggest fan of this franchise in comparison to Tekken. I mean, it's decent, I would say, but it's not exactly great like the Tekken series is from my point of view. But anyway, I've got the first Bloody Roar there. And I've also got the second Bloody Roar as well. Looks pretty cool with its cover there on that one. And then the next game I have in the collection is Colin Mcrae Rally. Now, I actually got this game last year for my birthday, actually, as part of like building up the a good collection of the PS1 games that I have. So it's a pretty good game, this one. It can be pretty difficult to like get used to like getting control of your car and everything, but it's a pretty fun game, I have to say. So Colin Mcrae Rally. Now, the next one I have now, I might as well show off two of these actually. I've actually got two copies of Crash Bandicoot 1. You might be wondering why I've got two copies. Well, to tell you a true story, the first copy that I originally had was the Platinum version of this game that I played a very, very long time ago on, not on the YouTube channel, but like off screen and everything like that. And then this copy that I have, actually, if you look at it there, it's like a double case on there. Now, when I bought this from like what was the shop called? Game Station is what it was called. It used to be called Game Station, but not anymore now. It's closed now. I actually ended up getting a second disc inside it, which was a demo disc, which was the autumn Christmas releases from 1996, and I'll show off the demo collection that I have in another video that I've got that I plan on doing as well for another vlog. So I've got two copies of Crash Bandicoot 1. And then, speaking of which, I've got, obviously I've got Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back, one of my favourite Crash Bandicoot games, if not my absolute favourite Crash Bandicoot game, if you ask me. Then I've got, now again, I don't know why, I've got two copies of Crash Bandicoot 3 for some reason, and I don't quite remember why I have two copies of this, to be honest with you. But they're there, Crash Bandicoot 3. Warped. I was about to say it's about time, but no, that's Crash Bandicoot 4. But Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, two copies of that. Now I also have Crash Team Racing, the Platinum version, and it's a masterpiece of a kart racing game, I have to say. It's a fantastic game. Even the original is still amazing to this day, even with the remake being out. I've got Crash Bash, obviously, which I'm currently doing a Let's Replay of on the channel, and I'm about to record another part later today, actually, funnily enough, that I'm recording this. Then I've got Croc, Legend of the Gobos. Now, I have to say, I mean, well, brief thoughts on this game, it's not as good as I remember it being, but it's okay, I say. As long as you have the patience for it, I would say it can be an okay game, I have to say. Now, I'm going to have to open the case for this one now. I don't actually have Croc 2 in this case. and I'll show you why, if you can bear with me for a second. So I've got two games inside of here. The first one that I have is Speed Freaks. Now I believe one of my friends from way back then, from the school days, I think allowed me to borrow this. I can't remember what it was, to be honest with you. I can't remember what the situation was. This was a very long time ago and I cannot remember this. But I remember I think he gave me or allowed me to borrow this, and had Speed Freaks in there. And it also has, if I can get the disc to balance out right when I show this. Sorry about this. There we go. Ape Escape. It's a pretty good game, this one. That being said, it's a bit of a shame, because see when I tried playing it on my PS3, the PS3 console that I've got down there, for some reason, the PAL version of this game will not work on the PS3, and I don't know why it doesn't. If you're playing like the North American version, if you're living in the United States and you're playing Ape Escape on PS3, I think you might be lucky to play it, because I think the PS3s over there recognise Ape Escape, but not over here in Europe for some reason. It's a bit of a weird one, I have to say. Anyway, moving on. I've got Destruction Derby 1, as you probably know. I've played this quite a lot on my channel as well. It's still a pretty good game in my opinion. And then I've also got the sequel, Destruction Derby 2, which, funnily enough, I'm going to be doing the No Harm Done episode based on this one. Excuse me. I'm going to be doing the No Harm Done episode based on this one. So it'll be quite fun there. And I put out a poll as well, a surprise poll as well, to ask people like which mode do you want to see me play on this, and it seems like the Wrecking Racing mode is winning, which I'm not surprised. I kind of expected people to vote for Wrecking Racing, to be honest with you, but you never know. I figured I might as well put the poll out, because you never know what anybody could vote for. Even on my Twitter page as well, I put that one out. Next one I have is Disney's Tarzan. Now again, it's a bit of a shame this. You see, I kind of wanted to do a Let's Play on this game, but unfortunately I can't, because on the PS3, it doesn't work after a certain level. I can play the first few levels, like maybe the first 3 or 4 levels, I think. And then after that, the game will not work for some reason on the PS3. Now, I do have the PS2 and PS1, but I haven't quite figured out how to record them, because when I tried playing PS1 games via a component channel, it doesn't want to do it. Like, it shows the PS1 logo, but then it disappears immediately after the PS1 logo, and doesn't, and the video just disappears. Which is very weird if you ask me, as maybe the TV that I've got, to be honest. And another one that I have is FIFA Road to World Cup 98. Very classic football game, this one. Now, when I tried playing this on PS3, the graphics were glitching out like mad. So, unfortunately, if I wanted to do a No Harm Done episode on this, be prepared for very glitchy graphics. But I don't think anybody will want to see that, to be honest with you, because I certainly had a headache, like not literally a headache, but figuratively speaking, a headache seeing those graphics on screen. So I think it's best to not play this for No Harm Done. Next one I have is the original Gran Turismo. Now I have to say, I think this game, like when you look at it from like an arcade standpoint, it's a pretty good game. With the simulator mode, it's alright, but I don't think it's really aged all that well, to be honest, after all those years. That's why I kind of want to get Gran Turismo 7 for the PS5, because I know that's coming out next month, I believe, from the day I'm recording this. I think it's coming out next month, so that should be quite good. The next one I have in the collection is Metal Gear Solid, the original Metal Gear Solid. It's a really fun game, this one. I know exactly what happens in the game and everything, like, because I've seen the cutscenes and everything, like, but the gameplay itself I've still yet to get used to, because I'm not really that good on stealth, to be honest with you, but still a fun game nonetheless. Then next I have Motor Racer 1. As you probably know, I've played Motor Racer 1 quite a few times on my YouTube and Twitch channels, so it's there. Then, of course, I've got the sequel, which I played recently, just last week, actually, for No Harm Done episode 20. It's still a really good game, this one, in my opinion. There we go. Trying to figure out where to put them, actually, because I've got so many of them. And I've got Overboard. Now, this one, when I played this one recently, it's a very challenging game, this one. I still have got to get to grips with the controls in this game, but I quite like it. It's a pretty good game, this one, Overboard. And I've got Pandemonium, the first one. I technically don't have the second game and to be honest with you, I don't really know if it's worth it actually to get the second game. Because from what I've heard, I believe the story wasn't all that great in the second game, plus the first one is much better when it comes to the story, and the gameplay to a degree as well. But again, I don't want to prejudge that. So anyway, then I've got, of course, you gotta believe, Parappa the Rapper. And yeah, I will not forget the cake wrap as well. I know the certain somebody, Sam might very well mention that in the comments. But yeah. I played the original before and I played the remaster version, and even though they have their flaws sometimes when it comes to timing, it's still a fun game to play, this one. I've also got the original Resident Evil 2. Now, I have to say, I played the remake, which I regret saying that, and I have to say, I do prefer the remake over the original, to be honest with you, because the controls in this one can be a bit of a pain, especially when you're playing it in this modern day and age. Because the controls, I have to say, have not really aged that well. But anyway, it's there. I mean, it's still a good one for the collection, I have to say. And I've got the one that started all on the PS1, one of the first main launch titles, Ridge Racer 1, or Ridge Racer. Still quite a good game, this one, even though it's one of the first games that ever come out. And I've also got the sequel, Ridge Racer Revolution. And this one, not quite as good as the original in my opinion, but still kind of up there, I would say. I would say it's decent. And I've got first Tekken 1. It's still pretty good after all those years. It's not quite as good as the sequels, obviously. The sequels obviously got better. And speaking of which, I've got Tekken 2 here. It's one of my favourite games on the PS1, if not near my number one favourite, to be honest with you. And of course I got Tekken 3, which I think which I suspect is everybody's favourite Tekken game in the series, or especially on the PS1 anyway. I'd say it's a pretty good game. I'd say it's definitely up there for me as well. And then I've got this, of course, The Weakest Link, which I've been playing frequently on my Twitch channel recently. It's still a very fun game to play, this one. Even though it can be very infuriating to be void out the Weakest Link on easy mode, it's still a fun game to play nonetheless. And I still plan on playing it this week. And then I've got, now for this one, I've got Talker 2 Touring Cars, but I also have 2 discs in here as well. The one disc that is in here is Talker 2 Touring Cars, which I'll show off right now. Try and balance this a bit. There we go. So there it is there. There's the actual disc for Talker 2 Touring Cars there. But I also have another one, which is the original Talker Touring Car Championship. I've also got this one in there as well, which is pretty cool. Both pretty good. I'd still say the first game, in my opinion, is my favourite out of the two, to be honest with you. And we're getting near to the end of the collection here. We've got Wipeout 2097. Which is pretty good. It can be very challenging along the way, but still quite a fun arcade racer nonetheless, I have to say, a futuristic arcade racer. And I've also got, of course, the last two I've got the first WWF Smackdown. Very good game, this one. But I'd still say that the sequel is better. Smackdown 2 Know Your Role. Still both really good games, that one. It's back when WWE actually was really good back then with the Attitude Era, and it was very, very decent to watch. So anyway, that was my PS1 collection, and I think that'll do for the second vlog, to be honest with you, because I think not an awful lot has really been happening this week, to be honest with you. It's really all just been, just busy recording and, work and all that kind of stuff. So I've not really had that much time to think of a proper vlog topic to talk about. But I think showing off the games collection over the next few weeks would be a very, very good idea, I think. Especially for those who want to know what my gaming collection is, if they want to see me play certain games. And to try and record them anyway. Particularly if people want to see me play Ape Escape. Then I'm going to have to think of another way to record this. I'll need to do my research and find out how to record on the PS1, for example, on the hardware. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it, to be honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say. Anyway, I want to thank you all very much for watching this vlog. Feel free to like if you enjoyed, comment down below as well for your thoughts, and feel free to hit the subscribe button as well for more content coming up in the future as well. And I think I will be doing these vlogs on Mondays from now on, instead of doing them on Sundays, because I think doing them on Sundays isn't really good enough for me, to be honest with you. So I'm definitely going to be uploading them on Mondays from now on, the same day as Spyro 2, along with the new week, new challenge. Actually, now that I think about it, it's kind of fitting, actually. The vlog kind of rounds up the previous week, then the new week, new challenge is a completely new week, new challenge. So I think that's quite good, actually. Yeah, I'm definitely going to stick with that. Anyway, enough rambling from me. So I hope you all stay safe out there wherever you are, and I shall see you all again next time for more content coming up in the future. So thanks very much for watching, and I shall see you again next time. Till then, take care, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.